Your Kiwi preview on the 8 races you take from our 2 venues today, and I do wish you luck with your investments throughout the day. The first race we take will be Trentham, and that is in the capital in Wellington. It's going to be a nice day on track, 14 degrees in fact, fine with a few cloudy areas and light winds expected. The track condition is soft. That is the scene, and it's a big long straight at Trentham, so look for those horses that get back in the running because they're sure to be running on. Now we do have our commentators' selections coming through. Tony Lee took all the shots today at Trentham, and in the first event he's gone for Hallucinate. That is number 1, over 2 Bumper to Bumper and 3 Chichester. Race 3 from Trentham, he's gone the way of 11 Tinsel, over the Southerner 6 My Olivia, and the local runner number 7 Corey Cat. In the jumping event, race 5, Tony Lee's top selection is 1 Reb Shoe, over the brown runner number 2 Fair Brother, and 3 Rough Planet. And the 7th on the card from Trentham, Tony Lee's top selection here is number 8 Kinsea, 1 Barton's Mistake, and his third choice number 4 Kene Peru. So that's a look at what's happening at Trentham throughout your morning. But the second venue you'll be looking at will be the Winterless North. It is Ruakaka, where the turf meets the surf, the Whangarei Racing Club's meeting. The expected high there is 15 degrees, cloudy, with some occasional showers expected, gusty northeasterly winds, and they race on an easy surface. Fantastic pictures coming through from near the track. It is very close to the beach here at Ruakaka. You can expect some on-the-pace runners to perhaps be the ones to follow today. And let's hope that rain stays away for the patrons on course today. We'll put together our top 3 at the beach. Let's have a look at those for you.
Caleb makes its second career start in race 2 after running home well for 4th over 1,000 metres on debut. Race day experience of the step up to 1,200 metres will assist him today. Also note the run of the winner, Quick Tan, who lines up in race 6. 3 horses to watch in race 4 come out of this race at the Ruakaka on June 21 in similar conditions to today's event. Single-Minded runs on well for 6th after an early check in the blue with Black Stars. The Tasmanian runs a solid race after having every chance in the trail. And the Jeweller impresses on debut with a strong finish wide for 2nd in the pink and grey colours. Expect big odds if He's on Fire can get some of it in race 6. He won here on debut 10 months ago and goes into this race fresh after a trial in June. The trainer reports the horse is working well and will be running home strongly. Expect strong pace early, which will assist his chances.
All right, Tony, got all of those selections written down for New Zealand racing, because those girls over there certainly know their form by the sound of that.
Yeah, for sure, Matt. Well, I did like the look of number 3, Chichester, just on the vision we've seen here. He's just about to come into shot, I suppose, but he's by Yachty. He's beautifully named, isn't he? Chichester by Yachty, trained by Johnny Wheeler. And he's only had the 1 start. He scored, a maiden there about a month or so ago. So well, he should be hard to beat.
He's at $6.10 at the moment. They're just running a little bit late with this first race from Trentham. $3.50 for McJake has eased out. Sir Chrysler $5.80. Micro Power $6. $6.10 for Chichester. Hallucinate $6.30 has also tumbled in a bit. And just looking at the tips there in that New Zealand preview for the first race, our caller went 1, 2, 3. Hallucinate, Bumper to Bumper, and Chichester. And Bumper to Bumper is there at $12. A couple of hopes here for the first race from New Zealand. Also covering racing from Ruakaka today. Their first race will be coming up at 10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, no move up, quite just
gone in. We're ready for race 2. Forestay off the inside, Albacora hits the button and they're off. Now getting back a little bit was Chichester, as to Albacora in the early part. Hallucinate came out nice and quickly, as too did Forestay, and Bumper to Bumper is going up onto the speed. Micro Powers with these runners. Then we have Albacora just in behind them. Ice Prince a little bit wider out. McJake, Star of the Seas, back behind these. So Chrysler goes in front of those, and Chichester is the last. It's Hallucinate coming down to the 600 metres. From second over on the outside of it is Micro Power, and then Bumper to Bumper Ice Prince and McJake behind these runners, 4 Stay. And then the next one is wider out is Sir Chrysler, Albacora, Star of the Seas behind them, and Chichester can see them all over the junction onto the course proper, and Hallucinate right up against the inside in front. Second on the outside, Micro Power under a bit of pressure. 4 Stays getting out, and Bumper to Bumper is starting to try and run at them the last little bit. 300 metres to go. Hallucinate, 4 Stay is looking to level over on the outside. Hallucinate finding plenty, as too is 4 Stay. Then Bumper to Bumper, the late charge from McBay. We've got now 4 Stay heading the front. 4 Stay in front from Hallucinate, arriving McJake and Bumper to Bumper, but at the line 4 Stay too good. I wouldn't be sure. Second is very close. It's either Bumper to Bumper or McJake. Then Hallucinate behind them. Sir Chrysler, Albacora, Chichester, Star of the Seas, Micro Power and Ice Prince. It'll be the last in. At the nice run, number 7, 4 Stay has upset them. $26.40 and $4.95 for the place. For rider Darren Weatherly, who's in rear neck over the last month or so, levels up to Hallucinate, the 57, just starting to tell here, and then the big boy McJake winding up, as too was Bumper to Bumper. Sir Chrysler out a little bit deeper, but this one here by Yachty out of Star World at the line. Darren Weatherly's able to give him a nice, easy last few strides. Gee, I wasn't sure second. That is close, isn't it? The inside was Bumper to Bumper, McJake the outside, and then was just past the line. Here, we'll find out now. Here's the judge.
7, 4 Stay. 2, Bumper to Bumper. 10, McJake. 1, Hallucinate.
Yeah, 7, 2 and 10. The winner trained by that astute Kiwi trainer Grant Searle. 4 Stay, number 7 at 25.60 New South Wales and 6.20 for a place. A real upset. Number 2, Bumper to Bumper second, and number 10, McJake is third. We'll confirm the totes in a moment. Updating the next race from New Zealand, and race 2 coming up in 8 minutes. 3.10 for number 1, Goo 3 Trees, $2.90. 3 and 4 are out. 5 Falcon Heart, 7.10. 6 is a late scratching. 7 Jewel Fest, $11. And 8 Catch the Dancer is at 9. Fool's Finance at 12 and Gatira Spice is at $12. The favourite in New Zealand is number 1 Goo Lee, a 3-year-old filly from the Graham Rogerson stable. Now the dividends, New Zealand race 1, 4 Stay 25.60.
Jewel Fest has gone into the stalls. They're tended alongside of it and they're off and running. Gooley, the favourite, a shade slow as they jumped. Catch the Dancer heading it off now as Jewel Fest as they settle down. Behind them then now is Falcon Heart, 3 Trees, and on the outside of it, Fool's Finance. Gooley is worked up 3 wide, 1.5 back to Natira Spice, only about 3 to 4 lengths covering them all. They raced in with 900 metres to go, and it's Catch the Dancer tackled by Jewel Fest on the outside. Gooley's worked into third. 3 Trees are half away on the inside. A length and a half back behind these Fool's Finance, then followed by then Falconhurst, then followed back last is then Natira Spice as they race across towards the turn, 600 metres to go. So the leader on the inside is Catch the Dancer. Right there on the outside as they come round is Jewel Fest, about 1.5 back, then Gooley on the outside of 3 Trees, then followed by Falcon Heart is back on the inside of Natira Spice, and coming wide is Fool's Finance. Down the straight, 300 metres to go, Catch the Dancer, Jewel Fest, the 2 3 Trees is getting the split between the two as they race down 200 to go, and 3 Trees took that gap and led them now from out wider. Fool's Finance is coming at it strongly, then Catch the Dancer. They race in 100 to go, and 3 Trees, Fool's Finance on the outside, and Natira Spice late, but 3 Trees in front going to the post, has won it. Second, Fool's Finance. Photos third, not much between Natira Spice out wide or Catch the Dancer wide apart, these two. Then followed Falcon Heart was the next one, then followed by Gooley was disappointing, and back last of all was Jewel Fest.
2, 9 and a photo. Number 2, 3 Trees, $4.80 and $1.60. 9 Fool's Finance, $3.80. For third, it's a photo between number 8, Catch the Dancer, paying $1.80 for a place, or 10 Gatira Spice, paying $3.70 for a place on the New South Wales TAB. It's 2, 9 and a photo. M. Coleman, the winning rider. And we've got the third from New Zealand coming up in 12 minutes when we'll be returning to Trentham. 10 Flynn, $55. 2 and 3 are out. 4 Noble Gin, 12. 5 Pani, 7. 6 My Olivia, $3.80. 7 Koori Cat, $4. And 8 Boveni Walk, $8.10. 14 Verano Bay, Red Amazon, $8.30, and 11 Tinsel, $9.20. That's for race 3 from Trentham, a maiden over 1400 coming up fairly soon. We've just had a look at the card at Moonee Valley. Soon we'll be looking at Victoria Park.
Red Amazon, Noble, Germano Bay, Panai stand up well with O'Flynn. Tinsel is drawn close with Corrie Cat. And another local, Bovany Walker's about to go in. We're ready. Gary Phillips looking across the line. He's set. There they go, but Noble Jim didn't, and it was a long way behind them. Now, Gary Phillips is waving his arms. I don't know if we've got a false start here or not, and yeah, they're all starting to pull up now, so we do have a false start here. Noble Jim was standing in the stall, so maybe a disadvantage at the start. We have a problem here, ladies and gentlemen, a false start in the Crown Marketing 1,400 metres, so they'll need to reline these horses and get them back into the gates. Well, it's one of those days, I hope not. And yeah, you'll see the start very shortly. Just watching the middle of the line here. There's one. Arno Bay seemed to maybe just break the line first. Corrie Cat away well, and you saw one still back in the stalls there. That was the 4-horse Noble Jim. And then all of a sudden, we had Gary Phillips waving his arms, and the red flag goes up as Andre. Don't put out the white flag yet, though.
Exactly. Yeah, that doesn't happen often, does it, Mike?
No, it certainly does. Not at the thoroughbreds. We see false starts quite a bit at the trots, but at the gallops we don't. So these horses will be taken back to line. I suppose the only good thing is, Tony, they didn't get too far before they realised it was a false start.
Well, that's right. They seem to have plenty of time to pull most of these horses up. They haven't expended too much energy.
That poor old horse didn't even leave the barriers. It was number 4, Noble Jim. There he is, just getting back around to the gate. So I think we've got time for a bit of a break. By the time they get them back to the barrier and put them back in, it'll probably be 90 seconds to 2 minutes. So a short break.
We're set. Take 2 for race 3. They're off. Better start this time. Arno Bay and Red Amazon back as to Noble Jim. Corrie Cat came out quickly. Tinsel's right there with My Olivia and Bovany Walk up onto the speed at the 1200. O'Flynn's just behind them. Then we have Red Amazon. Panai's between those runners. There's 2 lengths then to Arno Bay, and on the outside of that is Noble Jim. Racing to the 1,000 metres here, and it is the South Islander My Olivia in front. Second on the outside is Bovany Walk, and working a bit Red Amazon. Corrie Cat is getting the run. Tinsel travels a length back 5th, and then O'Flynn over on the inside. Panai looking to go forward. Noble Jim and Arno Bay is last at the 800 metres down the side of the course, and it is My Olivia getting a nice easy lead here. It's about 3/4 of a length on the grey. Bovany Walk, Corrie Cat the favourites right in it, and Red Amazon's asked to go forward now. Tinsel's behind these runners with O'Flynn. Arno Bay, Panai goes wide, and Noble Jim is the last. They're about to turn at the 500 metres for the long run in. Just getting a reminder over the shoulder. My Olivia and Bovany Walker's trying to level. Corrie Catson behind these, and Red Amazon out into the centre, and Arno Bay's looking to run on with O'Flynn, but My Olivia's got a bit of fight here and drew out about 3 lengths now on Corrie Cat, and then wider out Arno Bay starting to warm up the last little bit. 100 to go. My Olivia well in front. Arno Bay runs on outside of Corrie Cat, but it's all My Olivia. My Olivia and Damien Brown, 2 good, wins it by nearly 4 lengths. Arno Bay second, Corrie Cat third, and they gap the rest. A long break. Bovany Walk, Red Amazon, Noble Jim, Panai, O'Flynn, and Tinsel disappointed. It was the last in.
Damien Brown, the winning rider on My Olivia, number 6, $3.50 and $2.10. 9 Arno Bay, $1.80, and 7 Corrie Cat, another placing, $1.20, $6.97. So she gets awfully stirred up, Tony, but the trick is getting her into the barrier, and she can gallop.
Not much of a rap for the opposition after she can play up like that and still trounce them, is there, man?
No, that's a fair point, but
easily,
as you say...
Easily the best horse in the race.
The horse that ran thirds up to about start number 34 and still a maiden. Now, New Zealand race 4 coming up. Mr Magoo, $5.30. 2 Single-Minded, $10. 3 The Jeweller, $5. 4 The Tasmanian, $8.60. 5 Wawa Nui, $12. 6 Regal Grace, $7.60. 7 Mobile, $6.10. And 8 Tuedale Dream is $29. Mr Magoo is the favourite in New Zealand. He's paying $4.90 here. Chimenza, $20. Gumdigger, $14. 11 Special Rose, $21. And the 4th race over 2,100 coming up in 3. New Zealand race 3, the race just run. Totes are very quick. My Olivia, $3.52.10. Arno Bay, $1.80. 120 Corrie Cat. 12.20 Quinella Trifecta, $92.60 on the third. Market movers, New Zealand, Mr Magoo's the favourite, $4.90. The Jeweller, $5.10.
Mobile is ready to go. Starter goes up. So set now, Regal Grace from the 5 barrier. Racing. The Tasmanian bounced out. Regal Grace is away well. So too the favourite, the Jeweller, Mr Magoo, kicking over to the rail and behind the bunch. And then out wider on the track, single-minded as they race down with a lap to go. Now Gum Digger accelerates and races up to head off Shemenza on the inside. Right there then is Mobile. Right there also the Tasmanian. The Jeweller's parked out a bit from Mr Magoo on the rails. Then tracked out on the outside of it then is Regal Grace. They're followed single-minded. From next is Tuidale Dream. A length back then is Special Rose. And last is YY Nui. Into the back they go, 1,500 metres out, and Gum Digger setting a merry pace. 2 lengths on Shemenza, 2.5 to Mobile on the inside, the Tasmanian, 1.5 the Jeweller in the clear, then 2 back to Mr Magoo on the inside, next of Regal Grace, then followed by next Single-Minded, Tuidale Dream the next horse, then a half back then is Special Rose, and YY Nui is still last, 1,200 metres to go. Now Mobile is raced round to head off on the outside is the Gum Digger, then 2 back behind it then is Shemenza, 1.5 back then the Tasmanian and the Jeweller together, 2.5 back then improving Special Rose from Mr Magoo, and right there Regal Grace, a length back YY Nui starts to move from Single-Minded, and 2 to Tuidale Dream. Racing across 900 metres to go, and the leader still Gum Digger, Mobile on the outside, a length and a half getting a beautiful run, the Tasmanian from stablemate Shemenza on its outer. There's the Jeweller going forward from Special Rose, then followed Mr Magoo tracking these, then followed YY Nui is next, then Regal Grace, 2 back to Single-Minded, and Tuidale Dream is last of all. Racing into the 600 metres, and it's now taking over Mobile from on the outside. Shemenza, Gum Digger getting the stitch. Then coming after these now out wider is the Jeweller as they come round the turn. The Tasmanian on about 3 off the leaders. Into the straight they come, 400 metres to travel now. Mobile headed off by Shemenza, and the Jeweller now coming down the outside, and then kicking along the Tasmanian. The Jeweller hit the lead from Shemenza, and here's YY Nui whacking away on the outside. The Jeweller hit the lead though, 100 metres to go. Here's YY Nui now coming at it strongly from on the inside. Shemenza, the Jeweller and YY Nui fighting back on the outside, might be doing the better. YY Nui, no, the Jeweller, nothing in this. The Jeweller, I think, a nose to YY Nui. Shemenza was the third horse home. Now it could be closer than that, the first two. Then Tui Single-Minded was next with the Tasmanian and Mobile, and well back behind them then was Regal Grace, Gum Digger, and Mr Magoo didn't yelp. Very good close one here.
Possibly the Jeweller number 3 in the pink colours, possibly. He's paying $421.50. The other one in the photo is number 5, YY Nui, is paying $12 for the win and $380 for the place. We'll confirm the numbers soon. It's a photo between 3 and 5, race 4 New Zealand. Moving on, race 5 is coming up in 7, a listed race, a steeple over 5,500 metres. Reb Shoe $4, 10 Fair Brother, Rough Planet $6.60, 5 All Rhythm $2.90, 6 Emergency $11, 13 Harrison Ford and 8 Square Wheels at $5.60. This race only 7 minutes away. A riding change at Rose Hill in race 1. Number 11 Prince Brocco is now Brent Stanley replacing Danny Beasley. Race 1, number 11, Brent Stanley. Terry Bailey and Ken Callender are standing by at Rose Hill. We will post those numbers in New Zealand as soon as they come to hand. But
win 1 Red Reb for the reasons Larry's outlined, hard to beat, and 4 Regal Lagoon third. 2-1-4 as we go to New Zealand race 5.
Right up to the first, up and over it, they've all made it. Emergency, Fair Brother settle down second and third, and then Square Wheels is the fourth one. All Rhythm behind this runner, then Harrison Ford and Rough Planet ridden back. Reb Shoe just slowed up at the second a little, came back to them. He had a 3 or 4 length advantage, came out of it 2 lengths in front, but on the flat he's running again, and he opens them up a little bit. Reb Shoe coming to the next. Oh gee, wants to slow at them. Fair Brother, a nice economical jump second, and Emergency is third. The next on the inside in the purple colours is Square Wheels as they come around the southern bend, the first of 3 occasions. 2 lengths then to Rough Planet. Back behind these as they work up back into the centre again is All Rhythm, and Harrison Ford is the last one. So it's Reb Shoe. He is travelling pretty keenly in front for Paul Fitzgerald, but has a decent break on them, leads by 5 or 6 lengths now. Fair Brother is second. He's about to take the one that takes him back into the centre. Up and over it okay. Fair Brother a fair jump, a nice jump. Square Wheels to go up with Emergency. Rough Planet's jumping well again behind these runners. 3 lengths away is All Rhythm, and Harrison Ford is the last. They go to the double the first occasion here, and Reb Shoe, he's up and over the first of the double. A clear advantage, about 5 lengths. They've all made it at the second. second of the double. Fairbrother's got to be within about 3 lengths of it now. Emergency 2.5 back third, then a little more than a length and a half to Square Wheels, who's joined by Rough Planet. Then to Harrison Ford and All Rhythm. They're about to take the next up, and over they go, and the 7 runners all stand in the Taylor Preston Wellington steeplechase for the year 2000, and into this northern bend they go, and it is Reb Shoe. He is the race favourite at 3.25. Up and over the next, he took it well from Fairbrother, who's 3 lengths away. There's 5 further away then to Emergency. 2.5 to the next is Square Wheels, then Rough Planet. 4 lengths Harrison Ford, and All Rhythm is the last one. Coming to the next, Reb Shoe, and he slowed up noticeably at that one. They've all made it though. He leads by 2 lengths, all but 1 circuit behind them. 4,000 metres to travel. The third one here is Emergency. Square Wheels is 4th, then Rough Planet, Harrison Ford, and the last is All Rhythm. He's a bold going horse, this one, and Reb Shoe up and over the next. He takes it nicely by 5. Fairbrother is jumping nice and evenly throughout. Square Wheels is third outside of Emergency, who's jumping pretty well today. Back to the second in the centre. They're all streaming over it. Rough Planet behind them, Harrison Ford, and All Rhythm is the last one, but still a fair way to travel as they head up to the third one in the centre here. Reb Shoe measured it nicely. He leads by 5 lengths. They've all made it. Paul Fitzgerald trying to rate the horse. Leads by 6 now. From second is Fairbrother. He reached for the next one a bit, but he's over it okay. There's 2 lengths then to Square Wheels. 3 to Harrison Ford inside of Emergency. Rough Planet ridden cold, and All Rhythm is the last one. Around the southern bend they come, and it is still Reb Shoe, and he is full of running. He comes around this corner about 5 or 6 lengths in front. Michelle Hopkins hasn't made a move at all on Fairbrother. He's going along nice and quietly second. Jonathan Riddell on Square Wheels next, then Rochelle Lockett with Emergency. Back behind them then is Harrison Ford. Rough Planet as the leader makes the next up, and over they go, and the last is All Rhythm for Brendan Gregg. So as they sight up to the double on their second occasion, and Reb Shoe, he is well and truly in front here. Comes to the first of the double, up and over it okay by 6. Fairbrother second of the double, up and over they go. Square Wheels Emergency, and Gene Andrews starting to inch a little bit closer now on Rough Planet. Harrison Ford behind these runners for Nathan Hanley, and the last is All Rhythm, but about to get warm as they take the one that'll lead them into the northern bend, and it is still Reb Shoe. Reb Shoe by 3 lengths now from Fairbrother. Gee, they've all got a hope, and they're giving a pretty good display. Square Wheels has been nice and prominent throughout. Over the next they go. Then Emergency, Rough Planet. There's 4 lengths to Harrison Ford, and 2 lengths to All Rhythm is still last, but will run the race out as they come down towards the one that'll complete their second circuit. Up and over they go, and Reb Shoe only 2 lengths in front now. Fairbrother second, a length further back is Square Wheels. There's 2.5 lengths Emergency. Rough Planet is getting a little bit closer. The race is getting on now. They've got 2,000 metres to go. 1 circuit of the figure of 8 track here. Harrison Ford is second to last, and All Rhythm is still the last one to the second out in the centre. And Reb Shoe, he's got plenty of dash on the flat. Up and over that one, and out goes Rough Planet. Rough Planet is out. Gene Andrew up and okay. The horse is up and okay, but Barney Lumsden's dream's been thwarted again. Coming to the next, Reb Shoe up and over it. We're down to 6 now from Fairbrother second. Square Wheels is third, and Emergency right there fourth. They've all got a hope in this. Then Harrison Ford and All Rhythm, and have a little bo peep at this. There's only 6 lengths from first to last as they wheel around the southern bend for their final time. The one casualty so far was Rough Planet, horse and rider okay. Reb Shoe is only a length in front. Square Wheels is going up to make a race of it now. Fairbrother is right there. Harrison Ford's only 2 lengths behind those with a similar distance Emergency, and All Rhythm is last. Reb Shoe, he's done a great job so far to cart them along in front and attack the next and got over it nicely. 2 lengths Fairbrother hasn't been popped the question. Right there Square Wheels, and here comes Emergency into the race. Harrison Ford going forward on the outside. Have a look at this. We've got 4 leaders at the first of the double. Up and over they go, and All Rhythm is the last of the second of the double, and it is Reb Shoe from Fairbrother right there. Harrison Ford is getting closer. Square Wheels Emergency behind them, and All Rhythm under the urgings of Brendan Gregg is going forward 1,100 metres out. Up and over the next they go. Still Reb Shoe from Harrison Ford now becoming prominent. Fairbrother's scrubbed up third, and All Rhythm's a length and a half off that. Then Emergency and Square Wheels will be retired from the race as they work over the next one. So we're down to 5 here, and Reb Shoe goes for gold. He's 4 lengths in front. Harrison Harrison Ford second, 5 lengths away then, as the leader didn't make a great job of that one. Fairbrother is third, and then All Rhythm and Emergency. Reb Shoe, Harrison Ford's travelling better. He's shot to the front for Nathan Hanley. Harrison Ford now from Reb Shoe, who's lifting again. 4 lengths then Fairbrother, and 5 lengths to All Rhythm. Harrison Ford in the Tony Cole colours comes up to the last onto the course proper, and 250 metres to go. Up and over it. Reb Shoe's only a length away, and Fairbrother's having another effort as well. It's Harrison Ford. Fairbrother's coming after it over on the inside. The jumping's all over. Harrison Ford, Fairbrother and Michelle Hopkins trying to round them up. Harrison Ford, a great winner for Tony Cole, and it'll win. Harrison Ford wins the Taylor Preston Wellington steeplechase. Fairbrother second, All Rhythm third. Reb Shoe and Emergency, the other two to complete the course.
Rough Planet lost his rider. The winner, number 7, Emergency, to pay $8.30. Harrison Ford, I beg your pardon, $18.60 and $7, number 7. 2 Fairbrother, $2.40 and 5 All Rhythm, no third tote, 7.25 across the line, the 5th race at New Zealand. Gruelling race there. We've got another race from New Zealand coming up in a couple of minutes, but in the meantime, let's return to Doomben, back to Alan Thomas.
We're up to race number 3, the Ansett Australia Hen.
To go into the gates. So Star on the Rise is drawn handy enough. Chrissy Deming the inside. Over Mars just had a flick at the gates. They're off. And a good start. Chrissy Deming, one of the first to break. Now out wider on the track. Clean Bold is racing up and going with them also now is Star on the Rise, and right there also Lord Sedona, then Ferrari on the rails, followed over Mars. On the outside of it is Sovereign Spree, and then trying to go forward around them Roman Tuscany on the outside in that group as well, Hot Cocoa, and then followed Sovereign Spree, got back a little now, then back towards the rear. Here's On Fire, then followed back by well back is Glen Buck towards the rear, and with it is Quick Tan, and one of the last ones is Gothic as they race across now, 600 metres to go. So the leader is Chrissy Deming just from Clean Bold on the outside, right there Roman Tuscany, then Ferrari the inside, followed by then Star on the Rise in the green colours around them, then Hot Cocoa, then followed by Stablemate. Quick Tan into the straight they come, then Lord Sedona buried into the straight. Clean Bold the leader, 300 metres to go, kicks away, and 3 lengths now from Chrissy Deming in second place. Now starting to run on, Star on the Rise late, and down the very outside Quick Tan at 200 to go though, and it's still Clean Bold holding out wide. Quick Tan and Chrissy Deming still there. He's On Fire running on a bit, but it's still Clean Bold in front is holding out. Clean Bold has won the money. He's On Fire and second from third. Chrissy Deming from Quick Tan. Then followed Hot Cocoa, the next one from Roman Tuscany. Ferrari was next. Star on the Rise gave in, and well back also was towards the rear over Mars. Glen Buck was back, and also Lord Sedona didn't yelp. Sovereign Spree was back also with Gothic.
2, 9 and 4 across the line. Number 2, Clean Bold, $4.60, $1.90. 9, He's On Fire, $4.20, and 4, Chrissy Deming, $1.80. 2, 9, 4 past the post race 6 New Zealand. Waiters through on race 5. The steeplechase taken out by Harrison Ford, ridden by Nathan Hanley. Now, New Zealand race 7 is next, coming up in 13 minutes. 1, Barton's Mistake, $9.90. 2, Sir Saranac, $11. 3, Just a Gift, $26. 4, Kenaperu, $18. 5, Jarba, $5.10. 6, Rocky O'Reilly, $15. 7, Harbour Lights opens at $3.80, and 8, Kinsia, $4.40. 22 for Casino Queen, 27 Mystic Queen, Patriona 24, and Shipley is at 22. That's race 7 New Zealand coming up in 13 minutes' time. Past the post on the previous, placings were 2, 9, 4. We'll have the full list of dividends shortly. But right now in Inside Running, we're heading to Moonee Valley. That's with
the pick 6 ready. And racing now, a little bit slow, Mystic Queen, and getting back as well, Barton's Mistake and Shipley. Kenaperu came out quickly.